Okay, Jackson, so the one on the left is you throwing without me saying anything. So, yes, you've started to come in close because of camp. The one on the right, you're actually not very close when you start, so it's either's fine. But just notice that you're not bent over on the right. So go through the first throw. I'll do this full speed on the left here and on the right. Just focus on the left one for the first couple times you watch it. Okay, and then they'll go both. Alright, so into your lift, that's fine. You're just crouched over that. We're trying to get away from that. So the two different lifts, this is what I'm looking for, right, where you're a little bit taller. But I also want you to get away from this. So in both situations, you're just up and down. Okay, you actually went a little bit backward here. Okay, and we talk about not doing that in camp all the time. Okay, so keep this line here. But as far as your posture standing up taller, that's a good thing. Now again, notice how your head is stuck back. So your first movement is up and down, and then you separate before you really get your body going out. On the left, you do a little bit better job, but it's still the same thing, because as far as where you are, we need to get earlier movement here. But anyway, so I'm not going to get too much into that because I want to focus on what you look like down the mound. So on the left, go through, foot strike is right there. Okay, so if I look at this, I can barely see your glove. Okay, so that just means you've turned a little bit too soon. I also see this. Okay, so that's very up and down. So I just want you to notice these things. This is becoming aware of what we look like. That's what you look like at foot strike here. Again, we're early with our upper half in both sides. Okay? But on the right, this is where I'm telling you to explode off your back hip. Okay? And look at the different position of your front leg. Okay, so that's way better to get your front leg out in front of you, and you weren't even trying to do that. That was simply a reaction to you really driving your hips through. Now, it's not perfect because you didn't time it as well as you could, but that's fine. I still like to see these improvements with your leg. So watch how your front leg reacts on the left. Doesn't firm up until there, and it's in that position. Okay, so go into ball release. So just looking at the whole thing, I mean, maybe not to you, but to me, for a lot of reasons, this looks so much more dynamic, so much more athletic than what I see over here. Okay, there's reasonings behind that, but I don't need to get into those. So I'm looking at what are your actions, okay, and what do the reactions look like. This reaction, how you release the baseball from here to here is a lot more explosive, a lot more dynamic than the one on the left. A lot of similar movements, just not as explosive. So if it's not clear to you, you got to trust me a little bit. But the one on the right, so much better. And it's just getting down to how do we time that a little bit better. Because even back here, this is a better position than where you are here. Okay, so you're in similar positions right now as far as timing goes if you look at where your glove is, where your arm is, okay, and you're in much better position on the right than you are on the left. Okay, and I see the end result being better down the mound. So, all right, leave it at that.